Toy Spot, we're going to be having a look at Mcfarlane Series 5 of Movie Maniacs, and we'll be looking at the Tooth Fairy. The Tooth Fairy. Be warned, if you have a fear of teeth, the dentist, and ghouls coming in the middle of the night and killing you and stealing your teeth, I would probably say you might not want to watch this review. If you are a fan of all those, hey, your luck. Let's look at the packaging before we have a look at the figure. Clamshell case, of course, for Mcfarlane's toys. As you can see, I've got a little bit of dust still on the top of this figure. Picture of the Tooth Fairy on the side here. Now, I will admit, as much as I've seen Darkness Falls, which I think was more the Hollywood movie, I think this figure is depicted from the movie Tooth Fairy. And I don't know yet because I haven't actually opened this packaging, but the honest truth is I've never even seen Tooth Fairy, so if I say something inaccurate to the movie, I do apologize, but again, it's definitely a movie I'm going to have to find first if such a thing exists, and have to watch it. Maybe after I watch it, I'll give my opinion of the movie. But on the back of the packaging, as you can see, the Tooth Fairy we have from this set, Lord of Darkness from Legend. Great movie, Legend. Oh, I love Legend. Jason X. We have Sarah Connor from T2. Endoskeleton, T800 Endoskeleton from T2. And also the Djinn from Wishmaster. Another great movie was Wishmaster. The other sequels, I think the other 3 sequels, sucked bad. But the first movie still stands to this day as a good, solid movie. Definitely say if you haven't checked it out, have a look at it. You'll notice one thing with this package, and that's the fact that you'll see that her mouth is open in this figure, but it's shut on this picture here. This is the variant to this figure. Even on the back here, you can see the initial Tooth Fairy figure. For some reason, I ended up picking up the variant. Looking back on it now, I kind of wish I had picked up the initial one, but c'est la vie. What we'll do is we'll get this package opened up, and we will get a closer look at the Tooth Fairy. So stay tuned, guys. I want your teeth! Man, was that creepy. If we have a look at Tooth Fairy here, now that we've got her out of the package, before we actually look at the figure, you'll see that she comes with a poster stand, much like any other Movie Maniacs. Very generic poster or picture of Tooth Fairy. Again, I don't know if this movie exists. It must exist. I can't see, especially Movie Maniac line, I can't see Mcfarlane making a figure for for a movie that, you know, was never made. But I mean, looking at the figure, a pretty creepy looking figure. Oh, my cats are playing in the background here. Pretty creepy looking figure. Again, like, I probably would have preferred the mouth shut. I don't know, maybe after, if I see this movie, The Tooth Fairy, maybe I might change my mind and actually appreciate this a little bit more. But really, really creepy looking. I mean, yeah, it's definitely really creepy. As you can see, she's kind of almost mummified, I guess. And she's got this weird mouth thing going on. It kind of reminds me of the Night Listener. Not the Night Listener, the Night Flyer. Was it the Night Flyer? The vampire that was going to airport. Kind of how he could extend his jaw. Not a great movie, but this figure definitely reminds me of it. In the way of its articulation, or actually, before I get to the articulation, you'll see that there's a lot of detailing that put into this figure. You'll also see that she has a cape. Now, unfortunately, the cape, when it's completely down, you can't have the figure stand because it gets in the way. However, the cape itself can extend. You can actually extend the wings on the cape. And I guess that's what she uses to sweep down or fly down and grab you in the middle of the night. Really nice detailing on the wings, though. It kind of looks like an aged fabric, kind of looks like drapes. Really neat, though. I mean, I think that's kind of cool. And then she's kind of got, I guess, the same idea extending outward by her hair here. Nice detail in the hair as well. In the way of the articulation on the figure, there is articulation left to right on the head. There is also, surprisingly, if you could believe it, there is a hinge joint, a pin and socket joint actually, in the shoulder. There's a swivel in the bicep, and then there's also a swivel in the wrist. Nothing in the elbow itself, unfortunately, but the same idea on this side as well. Nothing in the way of articulation in the waist because it's just a sculpted piece, but she's got a really nice skirt kind of thing as well. Again, it's got kind of got that aged look to it, and she also has articulation in the feet, which I think is kind of cool as well. So I guess if you want to arch her feet down, if she's flying up kind of thing. If she's flying up though. I mean, really, definitely a figure. I think this figure, if I'm not mistaken, was quite a peg warmer. I don't think anyone was buying this figure. Maybe for the same idea I had not picked up the figure yet, and that was that, again, nobody had heard of the movie. I'm definitely going to make an attempt to look for this movie, you know, online or you know, in the video store. See if I can actually find it. Yeah, definitely, if she looks like this in the movie, that is one crazy, scary looking chick, I tell you. Would I pick up the figure? I wouldn't probably pick it up unless you have seen the movie or you have invested interest in the movie. Because again, if you haven't seen the movie, you know, she probably doesn't do anything for you. But I mean, figure-wise though, it's definitely a creepy looking figure. But there you have a toy spot on what was it? Movie Maniacs Series 5, Tooth Fairy. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And with that, I'll see you guys next time.